episode. It's Sunday, and we're here with James Whitley, who has art that is called The Gospel According to Nintendo. And we just wanted to take a moment to talk with James about some of the things that he loves about his art and why he chose this. So thank you so much for being with Pop Culture Uncovered today.
Thank you so much, Carmen. Appreciate
Absolutely.
being here. Yeah.
So what is it about the sort of sacred nature of the gospel that you wanted to combine with sort of, I guess, the secular aspect of comics and video games and Mario in particular? What made you want to sort of combine those two worlds together?
Well, for me, I'm a super fan. I remember 1985 getting my Nintendo. My mom hit the lotto for a little bit of money, and she used all that money to get me my first Nintendo. And it's a very similar moment in my life. Playing video games really for the first time.
Sure.
And so I definitely have a deep love and passion for that, but also just the characters themselves are so iconic. You have Mickey Mouse, and I will argue that Mario is just as much of a Japanese icon as it is an American icon, and so I love to be able to use just different things from just culture and be able to use them to illustrate just different spiritual truths. I love God, I have faith in God, and I love being able to take the two things that I love the most and really be able to combine them together.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I guess that kind of leads into, my next question, why specifically just Mario? What about Mario and Mario Brothers as opposed to maybe other different video games made you hone in on him?
I think again it is such an icon, but also the icons of the video game are very recognizable. When you see a green mushroom, the majority of people know that it's a one-up. When you see a star, he's like, oh, that's the invincibility star. And so again, you almost have that instant buy-in. And so I'm using the different icons to tell a different story. And so, for example, the one-up mushroom and the star, I use those, put them together to kind of represent eternal life.
Sure.
And also, Mario a lot of times is a stand-in for the everyman. He's a plumber. That's you and me. And so I show in some of my art where the everyman, that we need God, and that and sometimes he's a stand-in for God because he's also the hero of the story.
Exactly. Okay. Wow. So, how long have you been coming to conventions, and how long on the con circuit? And are you loving it, or liking it, or hating it?
You know what? So I remember my first convention. Back then I was probably not even a teenager yet. And so, I'm 35 now, and so it's been really 20 years since I've actually been kind of in at least the convention world. Back then the rooms were a lot smaller.
Yeah.
There weren't any girls there. They still had the bootleg Dragon Ball DVDs, and so that's what I remember.
Sure.
And so now it's really a whole different world, just to see how much pop culture and geek culture and just fandom has become so mainstream. And so it's really exciting to, really, I see my people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We all have, the same kind of not so much history, but at least we have the stories that we resonate with and that we're passionate about.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. I don't feel alone anymore.
Oh, great.
So it's great to be able to find other like-minded people here.
Now, and as an artist, how many cons have you done? Has it been a year, 2 years?
So I've actually just started. My first convention was Awesome Con back in, I think it was July.
Yeah.
And so since then I've done 4 other conventions, pretty much back to back, really just to see, get feedback from, the people, just to see how they're liking my art, which conventions are best suited for the art to be able to, build community, network, and engage people in both conversation about spiritual matters as well as the pop culture matters as well.
Exactly. And what has the reception been from people who have gotten your art?
Honestly, it's been super positive. My first aspiration was to become a comic book artist, and then from there, I decided I want to be a kung fu master. And so now I'm doing things in acting. And so really, this has come full circle. So this is really just my first foray back into art, and people have been really excited. One, because there's not a lot of traditional art really kind of in the convention scene. I love digital art. I'm a big fan of so many artists here, but there's not a lot of painters, and so I bring something at least not necessarily new, but something kind of old but new to the convention scene. And also just my approach to, it's not just the cool pose of Mario. There's actually a story behind it. It talks about faith, it talks about God, it talks about just living and stuff. So people have been really excited. They've liked it.
Great.
Yeah.
So what's next?
What's next for me? So I want to continue just to go to other gaming conventions because I haven't been to one of those yet, and also have a couple other series that I'm working on. I have one called 80s Kid. I'm definitely a kid of the 80s, and so a lot of people resonate with you know, this piece of art, kind of like the split face. And so I would love to do a series of paintings that, you know, have He-Man and Skeletor and, you know, Rhino and Mumra, or, you know, Alf, you know what I mean? Like just different stuff. I haven't quite nailed it down yet, so I'm excited to do maybe just a private show for that, as well as I have like a graphic novel that's really just been on my heart. You know, again, kind of going back to my start as wanting to be a comic book artist, and so now, you know, there's no barriers to entry anymore. I could do a webcomic. I don't have to go to the big two to get my stuff out there, and really just, you know, let the people, let the market be the judge whether or not they like my story. So.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Make sure to check out James Whitley here at VA Comic Con. If you can't make it today, make sure to check him out on all of his social media. I am James Whitley. So thank you so much for talking with Pop Culture.
Actually, I am James Whitley. You can't take that.
I can't. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you talking to us, and check him out.